Okay, everyone. Once you have your props ready, so your towel or Gertie ball, a bolster if you have that, or a rolled thick blanket, let's begin by setting up constructive rest. So right now you want the blanket to weight your legs down. Begin by placing, so this isn't for warmth, this is to give weight to your legs. Place your feet hip width. This is called the constructive rest pose. Slide your hips forward towards your heels, not too close, not too far away, and then lie down. And as you lie down, weight your legs with your blanket so that you can find the earth more clearly. And as you feel into the weight of your feet on the earth, as you feel the resting down of your body, I'd like you to observe, what is the imprint like of your body? So notice first, is there a part of you that feels more weighted or more heavy? So sometimes it's the head or the rib cage or the pelvis or the feet, or maybe it just simply feels balanced, but observe. Now I'd like you to observe, is anything standing out as far as how you are imprinting? We're using this firm surface of the ground, this shape of constructive rest, to inform the brain of what habits you might have and how you hold yourself. So in this shape, with your awareness and with gravity and the firm surface of the ground, you can begin to let go of the habits around how you hold your body each day. So I'll invite you to observe. With your awareness following the imprint of your body, do you feel even? So is there an evenness between your left and right shoulder, your left and right arms? What about the left and right sides of your rib cage? Observe the left and right sides of your lower back. Does that feel even? Now observe your pelvis. Are you weighted evenly into your pelvis? And again, are you tilting more to one side or another? Is the weight heavier on one side or another? And now observe your legs and feet. How are they imprinting down? And whatever you've noticed, don't tell a story about what you've noticed to yourself, just notice. And now I'd like you to come to your breath. Feel the flow in and out of your breath. Notice how your body is breathing. Is there a flow moving through your body that's easeful? Is the breath even or not? And as your mind comes to following the flow of breath, do your thoughts begin to dissipate? Now I'd like you to bring your awareness to your eyes. Let your eyes sink down into their sockets. Consciously letting your eyes rest in. And with this conscious resting of the eyes, does anything shift with regards to your breath or your body? Now let's explore something. Roll your eyes just to the right, then let them come back. Again, just to the right, let them come back. Just to the right, let them come back. How smoothly do the eyes flow to the right? How far do they move to the right? Now let that go. Let the eyes roll to the left and come back. The eyes roll to the left and come back. Just to the left. And how smoothly do the eyes roll to the left? How far do they roll to the left? And now let that go. Let the eyes rest in the center once again. Now we come back to the eyes rolling to the right, but this time your head and neck follows. So your eyes will roll to the right, the head and neck follows. As the eyes come back to the center, your head follows. Now the eyes roll to the left, the head and neck follow. The eyes come back to the center, the head follows. So continue rolling your head and neck side to side with the eyes as the leader or the initiator of the movement. So with each round, give time for your eyes to fully pour over. Giving time for the eyes to rest all the way to the left, all the way to the right. Taking 2 more rounds in each direction. By following the rhythm of your eyes, you slow your pace down. You begin to be guided by the internal rhythm rather than the external, more will-driven rhythm of the outside world. One last round, the head and neck rolling with the eyes to the left, rolling with the eyes to the right. And then when you return your head and neck to center, again, consciously let your eyes rest into their sockets and reobserve the imprint of your body on the earth. Has anything shifted or changed for you? Next, we're going to interlock the hands behind your head and press your palms back. Broadening out through the chest and the shoulders. If, however, this was not comfortable for your shoulders, you could let the arms widen instead. Otherwise, take 2 more breaths with the arms and hands lengthening back. Begin to tilt the side body, lengthening the left, lengthening the right. And one last round of breath, one last tilt side to side. Before you release, let the arms land back to where they began. Make a scrunchy face, then unscrunch open your jaw. Make a scrunchy face, unscrunch open your jaw. And one more round, scrunch the face, unscrunch open the jaw. And now rest the jaw, rest the face. Reobserve your imprint on the earth. There's more of you on the earth. And how is the breath flowing now? Next, release your blanket from your legs so that you can come into hugging the knees from constructive rest. As you hug your knees, rock them from side to side. So we're just loosening in to the hips and the lower back, rocking the hips side to side. Next, add little circles of your knees and your hips. Your circles can be really small, hardly noticeable, or more broad. You choose. Now change the direction of your circles. And let that go. Hold your feet or your ankles and come into happy baby, rocking the body. If you'd like, bring back your head and neck rolls. Observing any sensations here. Hold steady, press your feet a little bit higher if that's possible. Another deep breath or two. And then release. As you release, lengthen your legs along your mat. Open the arms behind you once again. Spreading out. Feel the breath flowing in all directions. Lengthen your body back. Lengthen your body down. 2 more expansive breaths here. And when you're ready, release. Give your knees a hug. Or come to happy baby once again. And release. Roll yourself to one side. Just take a moment on your side to curl up, to observe your body breathing, to observe your general state. And when you're ready, begin to slowly press yourself up. As you press yourself up to a seat, close your eyes for a moment and re-observe yourself in a seat. How are you rising from your seat? How is your breath moving in your body? And today's practice is going to take us more into our deep center. So some of your props that I invited you to have ready will be used now. Let's take your bolster if you have a bolster. If you don't, remember you could roll a thick blanket or a couple beach towels up. Place your bolster lengthwise. Add your blanket so that the blanket is an added height for your bolster or your blanket. So you have triple blankets or double. Now, this is where you'll use a gurney ball or your soft cloth, your towel, a little small towel, is going to be rolled like this. And folded and rolled. So this becomes a tool similar to the gurney ball in that it's soft, not as fluent, but soft and still beneficial. So choosing your props, using them accordingly, place the cloth or the ball on the right side of your bolster and lie your body long like this. When you rest your body, the right inner groin is on the blanket, towel, or the ball. Rest yourself forward and down. Legs are long, and you're simply going to give your weight down and follow your breath for now. Just notice any sensations that are present. And next, bend your right knee. Your right foot is toward the sky. You're going to press the knee down for 1, 2, 3. Then rise the leg 1, 2, 3. So you don't have to move the leg a lot, but be mindful. Press down for 3. 1, 2, 3. Gently rise. 1, 2, 3. Pressing down for 3. Gently rising for 3. Taking a couple more rounds of press for 1, 2, 3. Arise. 3, 2, 1. And last round, pressing down. 1, 2, 3. Gently rising. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to let that go. Let the leg land long once again. Just take another moment or two to observe here. Next, take your right leg out to the side. So it's out away from your body, out to the side. Press the knee down for 1, 2, 3. Then let the leg and knee rest back. 3, 2, 1. So pressing down gently. 1, 2, 3. Resting. 3, 2, 1. Continue for 2 or 3 more rounds, pressing the knee gently down, letting it rest back. And take one last round, pressing down. 1, 2, 3. Letting it rest back. 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to let go of the movement and simply lie here with your legs still out to the side, your weight of your body on the ground, on the bolster, and let yourself sink down, closing your eyes, following your breath. Notice any sensations that are present. When we work with the psoas in these restorative ways, you give time for this deep center of your body to respond. So let's remain here for a few more gentle breaths. Now, taking the ball or blanket away, taking the bolster away, lie down, rest your forehead on your forearms, and observe your right side in comparison to your left. Noticing if your right leg feels longer or heavier, if more of it is on the ground. Notice how the breath is moving on that side. And this is an important moment to observe any changes, which is part of the brain training and the bringing yourself back to balance. Let's explore the other side. So bringing back your props, your height, bringing back your gurney ball or your blanket or towel, placing the prop, the soft prop, underneath of the left groin. By the way, you don't want to get creative in your home practice and use things like hard balls for the psoas. So those massage balls will not work for this. So softness is the key. Okay, lying down once again. The ball now, or the cloth, is underneath of your left inner groin. Your legs are long and you're following your breath. You're also observing any sensations that might be present as you lie here and breathe, giving weight to your props and to the ground. Now bending the left knee, your foot is toward the sky. Press down 1, 2, 3, and rise 3, 2, 1. Pressing down for 3, 1, 2, 3, and rising 1, 2, 3. Take a few more rounds. You're pressing down for 3, rising for 3. Remember that the height is not important. It's an engagement of the deep center, pressing down, gently rising. And take one last round, pressing 1, 2, 3, rising 1, 2, 3, and then let the leg land long once again. Reobserve yourself now, your body, your breath, any sensations. Now the left knee moves out to the side. So taking the leg out away and toward the side, press down for 3. 1, 2, 3. Rest 3, 2, 1. Pressing down 1, 2, 3. Resting 3, 2, 1. Taking a few more rounds, a gentle press down of the knee towards the ground, then a resting back of the knee and leg. And take one last round, pressing 1, 2, 3, rest 3, 2, 1. Your leg remains out to the side as you continue to rest here for a few more breaths. Follow your breath. Observe any sensations that arise. You get a couple more easeful breaths here, noticing any sensations that might be arising. Now take away your props, slide them away. Lie long. Rest your forehead onto your forearms. Observe both sides. How is the body breathing now? How is the body imprinting to the ground now? And how is your general state? So the quadricep muscles can become tight when the psoas is not working well. So let's explore those. Come to your forearms. Press to your left arm as you take your right hand to hold your right foot. So if your quadriceps are tight, they'll be telling you all about it here. If your hip rolls off the ground, see if you can direct the hip back to the ground. Just another breath or two here. Explore moving your ankle. Circle it the other direction. And now hold, take another deep breath. And then release. Let's swap sides. Right arm supports as your left hand moves to your left foot or ankle. If your hip rolls off the ground, remember, try to connect the hip back, noticing sensations, and begin to circle your ankle or move your ankle. There's no hiding here. If your quadriceps are tight, you'll know all about it. Okay, now hold steady, take another deep breath. And when you're ready, release, press your hips back to child, resting yourself down. And take a few moments, just let the deep center rest. To feel the undulation of body and breath. Slowly begin to rise. Take a seat once again. As you take a seat, close your eyes. Observe. How are you sitting now? How is the body rising? How is the breath moving? Just another moment to observe yourself before we move along in the practice. Okay, where we're going next is into another deep muscle called the Quadratus Lumborum, otherwise known as QL, easier to say QL. We're going to do a pre-look and a post-look, and you'll be able to feel for yourself the changes that occur. You will not need props, so sliding the props away. All right, actually one prop. If you find that your hip gets sore on the firmness of the floor, you could take your soft blanket, which I'll do, place that underneath so that your hip has a soft landing spot. So that's an option. Now we're going to come to position toward this end of your mat. So with your feet towards the end of your mat and the rest of the mat for your body to lie onto. Okay, before we lie down, you're seated with your feet away from your body, so your feet will be towards your right. You're going to place your right hand on your chest. So when we rotate, we're rotating from the rib cage and sternum area rather than just the head and neck. So as you rotate and look over your left shoulder, observe, what's my range of motion? So you might come back, check that again. What's my range of motion? Without force. Remember how far you could see, and we'll come back to this. Okay? Slide down. As you slide down, rest your head onto your bottom arm. Have your knees in front of your hips. The other hand here resting at your waist. All right, let's just simply close down the eyes and observe the flow of breath. Next, Knees remain connected. Lift just your top foot and shin. And then let it rest. So inhale, lift the top foot and shin. Exhale and lower. Let it rest. Inhale and lift. Exhale and land down. Rest. So that moment of rest is really important. Inhale to lift. Exhale, rest. Give yourself that moment of rest. Inhale to lift. Exhale, land down, rest. Inhale to lift. Exhale, land down, rest. Now we lift both legs together. Inhale to lift both legs and shins together. Exhale, land down and rest. Inhale to lift. Exhale, land down and rest. Inhale to lift. Exhale, land down and rest. Give yourself that moment to rest. Now, take the hand that's been at your waist, bring it over your head, cup your head so you're holding the weight of your head. Inhale, lift the head and feet and shin. Exhale, lower, rest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rest. You don't have to lift super high, so it could be very small range. And in fact, a smaller range is preferable to pulling and tugging at the center. Think of being gentle. Okay, the next time you inhale and lift, hold. Now let the head land behind your bottom shoulder and let your legs rest. So now your head is behind the bottom shoulder. Legs are rested down as well. And in this gentle twist, I'd like you to observe, does anything shift in your rib cage or your pelvis as you lie in this shape, breathing gently? The deep muscle of Quadratus Lumborum is behind and underneath of your rib cage and fans down to the inside of your pelvis. So it can tilt you out of alignment. So now we're using gravity and your awareness and this shape to bring a balance back to the deep center. Take one or two more breaths here. Now we rise up. As you rise up, place your forearm under your shoulder. Lengthen your legs so they're in line with your hips. Your other hand here for balance. Okay. This is the hammock that we're stretching and lengthening. Close your eyes. Observe the under hammock here. Observe the sensations as you rise off of your forearm, as you lengthen out of your legs. What do you notice as you inhale? What do you notice as you exhale? If you feel yourself slouching down, remember to press and rise. Take 2 or 3 more breaths here. Now draw the legs in. Rise up. Place your right hand again at your sternum and look over your shoulder. Notice if you have increased your range of motion. Mine increased by almost double, so hopefully you found it just as effective. Let's explore the other side. So take your legs over, feet towards this end. You're going to want to lie along this side of your mat. Again, if you need softness under your hip, place your soft blanket here. Now, right or left hand onto your chest. Look over your right shoulder. What is your range of motion? Come back. Let's check that again. What's your range of motion without effort? And come back. Okay, we'll recheck that later. Slide down. Land down so you're lying on your head on your arm, your other hand here at your waist. And remember your knees are stacked in front of your hips. Closing your eyes, you're simply observing. What are the sensations that you feel on this side? These are the deep guarding muscles that when you've been in chronic pain, they can be switched on all the time. So for some of you, you may already feel sensation. Know that that's okay. Just observe the sensation. Observe the breath. And with your knees connected, inhale, lift your top foot and shin. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the top foot and shin. Exhale, lower. Remember to give yourself the moment of rest at the bottom. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower, and rest. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower and rest. Giving yourself that moment of rest. Now we lift both legs together. Inhale to lift. Exhale to land down and rest. Continue. Inhale to lift. Exhale, land down, rest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rest. This time, as the legs land down, take the hand over your head, hold your head, giving support to the head as you lift the head and the legs. Inhale to lift. Exhale to land down, rest. Inhale to lift. Exhale to land down and rest. Inhale. Exhale, rest. Twice more. Inhale, lift, exhale, rest. This time as you inhale and lift, hold. Now lower, let the head land behind your bottom shoulder. Observing sensation. So observe your head, your rib cage, your pelvis. Does anything shift for you? Notice your breath. Notice any shifting of the body as you lie in this gentle twist, feeling the earth. Take one more nice breath where you are before you rise up. And as you rise up, come to your forearm, lengthen your legs so they're in line with your hips. Your other hand can balance here. So again, we're rising, creating a hammock underneath. Feel yourself rising. Feel your breath. Your legs are lengthening. Close your eyes down and notice the inhalation, the exhalation. If you begin to slump down, remember, rise up off of the forearm, lengthen out of your legs. Follow your inhalation, follow your exhalation. Take 3 more breaths here. Follow your inhalation, follow your exhalation. And now slowly draw the knees in. Come back up. Place your left hand at your sternum. Rotate and look over the right shoulder. Come back. Check that again. Come back. Hopefully you found new range of motion on both sides. Let's explore a little bit more. Interlock your hands now. Press up. If you're not comfortable kneeling, you could sit instead. But rise and rotate, just reminding this deep center of spaciousness, of movement. And now let that go. Hopefully you're feeling a renewed sense of freedom in your center. Come now onto your seat, onto your sit bones, and lengthen your legs. Draw the right leg up and over. We're moving into a seated spinal twist. So 2 options. One is that this foot remains on the other side as you rotate. Alternatively, the foot is on the same side as you rotate. So you might explore both. How does it feel to rotate from this angle? How does it feel to rotate from this angle? Once you choose, rotate your head, neck, and shoulders towards the back of the room. Closing your eyes, feel the rise of body and breath, the return of body and breath to the ground. Take another 3 or 4 full rounds of breath here. And slowly make your way back. As you make your way back, give your knees a hug and rest in. Taking a nice breath or 2, resting in. And now slide the legs long. Swap to the opposite side. So explore. Do you want the leg on the opposite side as you rotate, or the same side? Maybe explore each. Choose whichever method worked best for you as you rotate around, looking over the back shoulder. Close your eyes, feeling the rise and the fall of body and breath. Inhaling, feeling the body rise and lift off of the earth. Exhaling, feel it return. The practice today is a practice that keeps us returning to our roots, to our foundation, to the earth. Remain here for another 3 full rounds of breath. When you feel ready, Slowly begin your journey back and give your knees a hug, round in. Just a couple more breaths here. Next, come up to a seat. And once again, just close your eyes down. Observe, how are you breathing now? How are you feeling now? Hopefully you're starting to feel a bit more ease somewhere, which is bringing more ease to your breath and more ease to your mind. We're going to go into a deeper movement now for your hips. So if this isn't going to work for you today, in the first version, I'll give you two others. So you're going to have three options. The first is this. One leg is under, the other leg is over. Now, if that means the leg is more upright, that's okay. If you needed to add some props, your rolled blanket could be really nice to prop onto. Now, options are, if this does not work for you, for whatever reason, you're here, okay? If neither of those work for you, you're in the upside down version. So this is the upside down version. So choosing your version and adding a prop if needed to rest forward onto. Close your eyes. Whichever version you're in, begin to add a rock of the body from side to side. And feel yourself drifting down. If you're in the upside down version, feel your legs coming closer to you. Take a couple more rocks from side to side. Before you settle in, close your eyes, sink down, and follow your breath. Taking just a few more rounds of breath here. Okay, slowly make your way up. As you make your way up, change the legs. So you're either swapping opposite leg on top, opposite leg in front, or upside down version, opposite leg. Choosing what's working best for you on this side, adding a prop if needed of a rolled blanket to fold forward onto. As you close your eyes and settle down, add a rock of your body, a gentle side to side rock. Take a couple more rocks from side to side, letting your body drift forward a touch more if that's possible. If you're in the upside down version, letting the legs come in towards you, if that's possible, a touch more. Now hold into stillness and take a few more breaths here, sinking down. Letting yourself rest forward and down. In the upside down version, you're drawing the legs closer. Three more rounds of breath here. another nice round of breath before you begin to slowly make your way up and out and shake out your legs. Okay, let's now add a blanket for elevation of your seat. So it doesn't have to be too thick, although for some people a higher seat will make it more comfortable. So add the height that you need so that you can sit upright and comfortable. And before we move along, I'd like you to once again close your eyes and observe. How are you moving in your body now? How is the breath flowing? And what is your general state? Are you feeling more calm or ease in mind, body, and breath? Okay, let's work with the head and neck now. Turning your head towards your left shoulder. Add in the yes motion with your head. Now slow the yes down, moving your head just a little bit more slowly. As you tilt down next, the no motion with your head. And slowing the motion down just a touch. Hold, let the head rest. Reach out your opposite arm. Turn your head a little bit further away as you reach the opposite arm further away as well. And now slowly return. Let's change side. Take your head to your right shoulder. Add the yes motion with your head. Slow the motion of yes down. As you tilt down next, add the no motion. Don't worry if you're feeling or hearing crickles or crackles. It's just a sign that the finer tissues are tight and now we're loosening into them. Okay, slow the no down. And now hold the head towards that side. Reach the opposite arm out. Broaden through the chest and shoulder. Notice if you can turn your head a touch more as you broaden out through that opposite arm. Take one more nice deep breath. And now return. As you return, broaden out both arms. Turn your head from side to side. And now let that go. Before we move along, roll the shoulders, head and neck. All right, we're now going to come into a closing mudra meditation. All of your fingertips are going to touch, just the tips of the fingertips. Imagine you're holding a globe of energy. Rest this gesture down. Close your eyes and begin to visualize a wave of breath washing up the front of you and floating down the back. Washing up the front and floating down the back. Creating a circuit of breath and energy from front to back. seen to unseen, conscious to unconscious. Next, visualize a wave of breath washing up the left side, floating down the right. Washing up the left, floating down the right. Creating a circuit of breath and energy from left to right, feminine to masculine, creative, logical, intuitive, rational. Now visualize a line drawn through the middle of your body horizontally, and breathe into from your waist down, feeling a sense of grounding. Feeling the body connected to the earth, stable foundation to sit upon and move from in your life. Now visualize a rising breath from the waist up, connecting you to your spiritual self, to a knowing, to a universal or God connection, connecting to what is greater than you or us or the planet, be something beyond us. Now feel the breath rising from the earth up through your body and moving in all directions. The front, the back, the left, the right, to the earth, to the heavens. Feel breath and energy moving abundantly throughout all of you. Breath and energy moving abundantly throughout all of you. Supporting an integration of all levels and layers of your being. Supporting an integration of all levels and layers of your being. Take a few more rounds of breath, feeling the breath moving in this way. I'm going to close with a poem from one of my all-time favorites, Mary Oliver. And whilst I know most of this poem word for word, I'm drawing up a resource to simply ensure I share with you all of her beautiful words instead of missing some. Remaining aware and connected of your seat. I felt the earth remember me. She took me back so tenderly, arranging her dark skirts, her pockets full of lichens and seeds. I slept as never before, a stone on the riverbed, nothing between me and the white fire of the stars but my thoughts, and they floated as light as moths amongst the branches of the perfect trees. All night I heard the small kingdoms breathing around me, the insects and the birds who do their work in the darkness. All night I rose and fell, as if in water, grappling with a luminous doom. By morning, I had vanished at least a dozen times into something better. I felt the earth remember me. So as your hands now come together to your heart, take this moment to acknowledge your earth connection and to acknowledge yourself for making this time today for your practice. Namaste.